Hi, I'm Allison of She Blogs, and today I am going to show you how to finger knit. And in this particular instance, as you see behind me, I have a naked Christmas tree just waiting for a festive garland, and I am going to be making one that looks very much exactly like this, and I'm going to do it all with my hands. No sticks, no needles. Let's get started. The only supplies you are going to need for the garland is some nice thick yarn. I like to use, this is I believe a 5 or a 6 gauge. And you're going to need your hands and maybe a few episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You're going to start, you take your tail and sandwich it between your thumb and your first finger. And you're going to go over, behind, and every other again. And then one more time. See how I'm just making those loops? Over, under. And you're always going to start with your pinky. So remember, little guys finish first in this scenario. And you take the bottom loop and pull it up over the top. It will get easier and up over the top, bottom loop, up over the top. This is your tail. You can just let that hang back there. Don't stress out. It's going to be perfectly fine. You're always going to start, I'm just going to get my tail back there. You're always going to start behind this first finger. So it's coming, whoop, it's hooking. Back, over, like this. And then you take your pinky. Next finger, I'm just bringing that bottom loop over the top. And notice now how I'm working towards the tips of my fingers. This is going to be a lot easier for you. This is a fantastic craft because you really can watch your favorite movie while you're doing it or chat with friends, and you can, after a while, you get so quick at it, you really don't have to pay attention at all, which is really nice. So I'm going to do a few so that I can start to show you how it looks back there. And you know, you can use the thinner yarn. You can also double up colors. You do this exact same braid pulling from 2 balls. So it's going to start to look like this, and when you're done, you just tie this off, kind of make a square knot, and trim the ends. All right, you've been braiding along, and you have a long, luxurious garland forming. This is what the braid is going to look like. This is the underside. There's a chain down the center and one on each side there. Here's the front, kind of like a ladder. Some stitching down the middle with a chain on each side. And as you pull and work on it, it starts to kind of roll like this. See? So don't panic if you're looking at this and it doesn't look like the ones that I have pictured. It kind of just starts to form shape after a while. So let's say you're ready to end. You have your stitches here. You don't start a next stitch. You just stop and you start with your pinky. Always this little guy starts. You hop to your ring finger, make a loop. Hop to your middle finger, pull it up behind, hop to your pointer finger, up behind, and then you are left with the end of your yarn and this little loop. So I'm going to cut that off, and I'm just going to make kind of like a little square knot. I'm just going to kind of tie it in a little bit, see? So I'm tying it off. Honestly, I don't really have an exact science for this. I just kind of make a knot, make it look as nice as I can, snip it, tuck it in. If you wanted to make a little kid's scarf, you could tie some fringe on the end here or some pom-poms. About 4 feet of finished garland is really nice for a child's scarf. And then if you'll look above my piano here, I've tied on some little plastic deer and trees, and it makes a really fun garland. So please, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to finger knit. Hope you wrap yourself up and lots of wonderful garland. Make yourself a scarf, make one for your tree, make one for above your piano, and thanks for crafting. Happy crafting!